Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Please continue to pray for my art career by leaving a dislike on this video. I've been making Bismuth art for over 2 years now, and I want you to pray that I make the right connections. I went on my first blind date in many years this past week, and it had nothing to do with my Bismuth art career, how I met her, but I noticed something interesting. We've seen each other 3 times now. I took her to one of my favorite restaurants, and then I took her to a board game and trivia event. And I noticed something very interesting. I got a lot of respect out of everybody now that I'm dating somebody. And it's not even an ideal match. I mean, granted, it probably never will be an ideal match, right? You have to be very lucky to get the number one person out of 8 billion in the world, right? But I find that we live in a society where having somebody to go out with is almost like a social test of some sort, right? It's almost like the equivalent. Going to a restaurant with a date is like the equivalent of uh, going to, let's say, it's a conference with a really strong school transcript. Right? It almost feels like that, right? It really does, right? When you submit a paper and you have a good, if you submit a application for funding and you have good school transcripts. So having that date in our society kind of feels like that, right? It becomes sort of a social test. And so I think I think part of the reason she's dating me is for more or less similar reasons. I think it's a little bit more acute for guys, though, the social test transcript kind of issue, right? And so I'm hopeful if I bring her to some of my art events that it will also have the same kind of vibe to it, and it will allow me to build. Please continue to pray for my art career. Please dislike this video. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.